Welcome to the Spectrum for semifinal 4A state boys basketball action. And the first of two tonight here from Utah State University, Skyview Bobcats, Crimson Cliffs Mustangs. Glad you're with us here. High school basketball on KSLSports.com and the Fan Sports Network, brought to you by Boulevard Home. We welcome you to the pregame show presented by Finley Subaru. Devin Dixon, Casey Winters, Wade Bronson with you on the call. In this one, Kate Dowley handling our pre- and half- and post-time interviews, and we're all excited. This one could be a physical defensive war, huh, Casey?
Yeah, this will be a good one, and there's a little carryover from last year. If you remember down in the Burns Arena, Skyview beat Crimson Cliffs in the quarterfinals. Coach Hilliard ended my coaching career with the beatdown last year. Skyview all season long has been number one in the RPI favorites in a lot of people's books, especially with the tournament being here in the Spectrum. But Crimson Cliffs has come on strong. You know, they had a big win against Dixie in the regular season finale, had a big win against Mountain Crest, and then a big win yesterday against rival Snow Canyon. So they're riding a nice little streak into the semifinals here. So going to be a good matchup. Skyview's got the athleticism, they've got the scoring, they've got the inside presence. So expecting a wonderful matchup here today in the Spectrum.
Coach Fairborn, some of the assistants from Crimson just came and gave us a hello, including their team manager, Ethan Beecher. It was an awesome moment when he got a suit up on senior night. He's been a 4-year manager, and he scored at the end of that game. That was kind of a cool storyline. And this Crimson team is, you know, kind of, people have slept on them a little bit. They lost some games along the way. Sometimes they look like they turned the ball over a little too much. But here they are, a chance to punch their ticket to the finals. And this is actually the furthest a Mustang team has went in the postseason all time. And it's one of the newer schools, and I know that's a sore subject for
they
you.
just had to get rid of the coach that would let him the first 3 years.
Amen to
Wade Bronson's being Wade. Well, your thoughts on this matchup as we get closing in on tip-off?
I'm excited to watch Crimson Cliffs come out. I haven't seen a bunch of them. Being from Bear River, we've seen Skyview twice now, and throughout the summer, they're a good, long, athletic group. And, man, when they share the ball, they're hard to stop. You get those Tanner boys going. They're a tough team when they play confident and get that ball swinging around the key.
Let's take a second here, and let's hear from both coaches as Kate Dowley stopped by to talk with Coach Hilliard and with, obviously, Coach Kent Fairborn, the first-year head coach. And Kate Dowley talking with the coaches a little bit about this big-time semifinal tonight.
Coach Hilliard, you won a hard-fought battle against Logan yesterday. How'd that prepare you for tonight's game?
Well, at this point, everybody's good. All teams are good, and Crimson Cliffs is really long and athletic, but they're really physical, and we played a physical game yesterday, and so that helped us in the respect that physical game against Logan, we're going to have that tonight, only they've got some length. So, you know, we're going to have to be prepared for their physicality, but I like the way we've prepared. I think we're in good shape.
You've got a fun game tomorrow if you win tonight. What are you going to do today to make sure you play tomorrow?
Well, like you just said, there's no tomorrow if we don't get it done today. Today we have to rebound the ball really well against a really long athletic team. So I think if we rebound tonight, I like our chances.
Well, thank you for your time and good luck tonight.
You bet. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Back to you.
Big kids out there.
All right, that was Kate Dowley with Coach Hilliard, and Coach talking about rebounding, talking about no tomorrow, talking about everybody left in the state tournament is good. And he's got as good a team as any, but he's got to be feeling like there's a bullseye on his back and his kids' back, as they have been the number one team all year long.
Absolutely, but they've worn it well. I mean, they haven't had a ton of resistance. You know, they've been up to the task. Fantastic preseason against some tough teams, and then, you know, obviously up here in the Cache Valley region did a wonderful job of securing that region title and have tons of momentum headed into the state tournament.
All right, let's go hear from Coach Fairborn. Kate Dowley caught up with the Crimson Cliffs Mustang coach moments ago.
Coach Fairborn, welcome to the semis. What can we look forward to in tonight's matchup?
Hopefully for us, we have a lot of good defense out there. We're really a defense-oriented team. Skyview's a team who can put up a lot of points. We're hoping to limit that today. You
tip off against Skyview, number one. Can you give us your take on them?
They've got weapons all over the place. Brothers are awesome. Deal inside is awesome as well. Like, they're just a great all-around team, so we've got to slow them down.
Yes. Well, thank you for your time and good luck tonight.
Thank you.
Back to you.
All right, there's Coach Kent Fairborn, who took over for this guy, Casey Winters. You know this Crimson team well, and Coach Fairborn, they didn't even open it up. They just moved him in to take your spot last year.
Yeah, and Coach Fairborn's done a great job. I mean, he's loved by the players. They play super hard for him. And, yeah, this is, interesting group. I mean, they've been with the program since it started. Jordan Eaton's been a 4-year player for the Mustangs. Houston Johnson's been a big contributor. Phoenix McWillis. So definitely know that these Crimson players want to get the job done. But I also know that they definitely respect Skyview and know that they're going to have to come out and play their best game of the season to get it done here tonight.
All right, let's dive into more of our Findlay Subaru pregame show when we come back. Let's take a quick 60-second timeout. We'll come back with the keys to the game, House of Jump starting lineups, and the tip. It's the Bobcats and the Mustangs coming up next in the 4A State Boys semifinals.
From bold statements to subtle compliments, Wilkinson's House of Lighting will help you more fully enjoy all the different spaces in your home. Stop in and see what's new at Wilkinson's House of Lighting, a proud sponsor of Region 10 Athletics.
If you want your athlete to be ready for the state level, they need to start with high hoops. Let Wade Bronson, a state basketball champion, use his coaching and expertise to get your athlete on the top of their game. Call to find out how you can join a team or play in their annual 3v3 showcase.
Utah is growing, and we're growing too. What started on the U of U campus has grown to over 110,000 members with 20 locations, and we're ready to meet even more of you. More than a campus or a branch, we are Utah's teachers, businesses, and families. For over 65 years, we've been part of your community, and while our name is changing, our commitment to you is not. University Credit Union is now You First Credit Union. See why it's getting even better here. Welcome to You First.
Find your next career at West Liberty Foods. Visit careers.wlfoods.com.
Hey, we're back here, Utah State University. Let's dive into our keys to the game. Again, brought to you by Findlay Subaru. Go see the all-star lineup in St. George on the saving side of the freeway. Glad you're with us on KSLSports.com, the Fan Sports Network. Devin Dixon, Casey Winters, Wade Bronson. And Casey, we'll start with you. Crimson Cliffs, give me the keys to the game. What is Coach Fairborn stressing with the guys?
Take care of the ball. This Skyview defense flies around. They get lots of tips and steals that leads to easy buckets. They have to take care of the ball. And then I think just one offensive key, go inside. Go inside. Try to get Logan Dill in some foul trouble. Maybe do a good job of getting Brooks Rigby in some foul trouble so they can use their size to an even bigger advantage.
Yeah, both teams mentioned rebounding. We'll keep an eye on that statistic. Let's turn to Wade Bronson. Skyview, what is Coach Hilliard stressing? What are his keys tonight?
When they're good is when they come out right out of the gates. They get a big jump on teams, so if they can come out and get that good push right at the first, that makes them confident and awfully hard to stop. And then their defense, they just fly around, get tips, which equals steals, and they're just a fun team to watch.
Yeah, tempo will be interesting. I think Skyview wants to get out and run. I think Crimson wants to slow things down a little bit. Good point. Wade Bronson, Casey Winters, they're going to be with us all night long here. Time for a House of Jump starting lineups. First for the visitors, wearing the home reds, blue numbers, the Crimson Cliffs Mustangs. Luke Johnson, everybody calls him Scoop, so if you hear say Scoop Johnson, you're talking about Luke. There's actually two Johnson on this team. The other one is Houston Johnson, son of former running Ute Britton Johnson. There's Jordan Eaton, leading scorer on this team. 884 career points coming into tonight for Jordan Eaton. Steele Barbin. And then there is Houston Johnson. And the other starter, Phoenix McWillis. And, boy, he got Crimson out of the gates to a hot start yesterday.
Yeah, he was 4 for 4, I believe, to start. Got them off to a really good start against Snow Canyon Warriors. And I think Coach Fairborn's hoping for something similar from his team today.
Here come the starters. You got for Coach Hilliard, done a great job. Head coach here for Skyview, Tanner Davis, Carter Davis, both brothers. One's a senior, the other one's a junior. And then, of course, you got the two big guys, Logan Dill, Brooks Rigby, and then Hayden Howe, who's a sniper. He's been a sniper, a 3-year starter for Coach Hilliard.
Absolutely. Dangerous line. I mean, I watched these guys, obviously, last year. Watched him a lot during the summer. We ran into him a lot at some of the same tournaments that we were at with our club team. And then I've been able to jump on and watch a few live streams of some games up here. And this starting five is as good as any starting five in the state in any classification. They've played a lot of basketball together. They know each other. They trust each other. And that's what makes them so dangerous.
In the jump circle.
Final thoughts, Wade, before we tip this thing off?
I'm excited for this. This brings back a lot of old memories of just this environment's a fun environment to be in.
I think Wade's the only state champion here on the crew. He won it back in the day for the Bear River Bears and could probably suit up right now and be the best player on the court.
For maybe a minute and a half till I passed out.
Jump ball in the air presented by Luke Udy American Family Insurance, won by the Bobcats wearing the white jerseys and the blue trim and blue numbers. Davis out top. Tanner kicks to the corner to Howe. Barban starts guarding Howe, and a quick turnover. They flip it to the corner, trying to get Carter Davis. The ball goes off his fingertips, out of bounds.
That's fitting that little cross-screen play. That's a old Stu Morrill staple, little Aggie play that Skyview likes to run a lot for Logan Dill.
Cross-court pass to Barber. They break a little pressure. 30 seconds into this game. Opening possession for the Mustangs. Scoop Johnson out high. Slithers down the middle, kick and stolen away by Howe.
Yeah, and that's exactly what we talked about. Started with the tip, led to a steal.
Blow by Davis off the window, no. Rigby put back, that won't go. Logan Deal has it swiped out of his hands by McWillis. Here comes Phoenix McWillis. Houston Johnson hook pass to the corner. Barban lets it triple fly, in and out, no good. The real deal, Logan Deal with the rebound.
Something Skyview does defensively is they like to switch a lot of screens. Not really a mismatch out there. They all got some length, so tough defense to go against.
Deep three, nothing but the bottom. Hayden Howell, Skyview strikes first.
Hayden Howell for the
That kid gets going. It's going to be a long night for Crimson.
And then they turn it right back into this little three-quarter court pressure where they're just waiting for you to make a mistake. They don't necessarily trap a whole lot, but they really like to just jump those passing lanes, get tips, and hopefully lead it to a bucket on the other end.
Too strong off the back iron by Eaton. Offensive rebound, three by McWillis. Might have been a foul or a block. It came up way short. And the Skyview student section letting them know they thought that was the air ball. Reverse lay-in, Logan Dill.
number 40, Logan
And
Deal.
great move by Logan Deal. He's crafty. You know, Houston's got size on him, but Logan, great footwork, finish with both hands, very crafty finisher in the paint.
Skyview. The hot start, Wade, you were talking about 5-0. Mustangs need to settle in. Half-court set. Scoop. He has it kicked. That'll reset it from 12 seconds back to 20 on the shot clock.
Those two Davis boys on top sure are long. Hard to get those passes around those two kids.
Uh-oh. Stolen away. No, another kick. Almost stolen away. You know, I think a good number for Crimson in this game, and you guys can agree or disagree with me, I think they got to try the goal. Probably under 14, 15 turnovers would be a decent number against this defensive team.
Yeah, if you get any more than that, it's gonna be to your detriment for sure. And the ones you don't want are the live ball turnovers, right? The steals. If you travel or get a 3 seconds, it's different. But here we go again.
In transition, Davis. No, tip in, Rigby, yes.
Rigby.
Number 45, Brooke Rigby for the Bobcats.
Like I said, Crimson can't panic, right? They've just got to settle it down, move a little bit off the ball so you're not just standing, right? Because that's when Skyview can pick off those passes, get some flashes in this press, try to get the ball inside, use some ball fakes, use some pivots, right? You definitely can't pass over the top, but just settle in here. They're not doing anything that you didn't see yesterday, right, or that you haven't seen on film. You just got to settle in and take care of the ball.
Here comes Scoop Johnson, 7-0 touchdown lead and double dribble. That's an unforced turnover for the Mustangs.
Yeah. But like I said, if I'm a coach, I would take that one because at least I can set my defense up versus a layup going the other way. But still don't want any turnovers.
Drive by Davis, gets past Scoop. Hit the underneath the basket and grabbed by McWillis. McWillis ahead to Scoop. Mustangs looking for the first points of the game. Mid-range J. That won't fall for Johnson. And an empty possession again for the Mustangs.
Yeah, good shot by Houston, though. You'll take that.
Carter Davis, deep three, finds the range.
Number 5,
Coach Fairborn wants a 30-second Cache Valley Bank timeout. We'll step aside. They're loving it here. Bobcats rolling up 10-0. We'll be right back to the Spectrum after this message from our great local partners.
Need an appliance or two? AWP's got you. Check out the remodeled expansive showroom, highlighting the Cafe series with colors like matte black, matte white, and modern glass. Make your kitchen stand out. Come see the local boys at AWP across the freeway from the Bloomington Walmart.
Find your next career at West Liberty Foods. Visit careers.wlfoods.com.
Whether it's drinks or treats, get your fix at Soda Fix in Tree Mountain.
Welcome back out of that Cache Valley Bank timeout. Devin Dixon, Casey Winters, Wade Bronson with you here at the Spectrum. Mustangs down 10-0 in the blink of an eye. Let's see what Coach Fairborn draws up.
Yeah, we're approaching the 4-minute mark, and they still got a big goose egg on the scoreboard. They're starting to settle in a little bit. They at least got a couple shots off versus the turnovers they had early on. But now they got to play some defense as well. It's not just about scoring. They've got to get some stops. And Logan Dill, smooth right-handed hook right there in the paint.
And now the pressure comes again. This one getting out of hand, 12-0. Somebody needs to step up and make a play for the Mustangs.
Yeah.
Hoping they settle in here and start swinging that ball around a little quicker, trying to get Skyview out of position a little bit. They're not getting terrible looks when they do pass the ball.
But see, I mean, they're 15, and that's the first time they've got it inside the three-point line. There you go, Jordan. Great things happen when you get the ball inside, but it can't take 15 seconds, 20 seconds to develop every time.
And the scoreless streak ends at about the 3-minute, 30-second mark of the first quarter for the Mustangs. Inside, great low lock position. Logan Deal, easy left hand.
Yeah, that's that cross screen. Coach Morrill here at Utah State would be proud.
The referee and McWillis right in front of us. He almost lost it, but Phoenix goes to Barbin. Barbin lay in, no. Put back by Scoop Johnson. That won't fall. And finally, Houston Johnson called on over the back call.
And those are ones you have to have if you're still in Scoop. Obviously, you never mean to miss those, but just go up strong, maybe absorb a little contact, and make sure you finish those.
Here comes Skyview. Bobcats leading 14-2 on our Wilkinson South Lighting scoreboard. Glad you're with us.
You see here, Coach Fairborn switched to that 1-3-1 zone that works so well against Snow Canyon, and it pays dividends here as the Mustangs get a stop.
Aaron shot, and here come Phoenix McWillis. Right down the middle, 15-foot jumper. That's short, and saved by Davis. Great save by Davis. Ball tipped, deflected, and stolen. There's a steal the Mustangs needed. Trailing by 12. Scoop, breaking down the defense. Jump stop, crossover, no, but a foul.
Like to see him go at Deal a little bit more, try to get a little more penetration there in the middle. Going at him, maybe get him into foul trouble might help out.
Much better job by the Mustangs of attacking that paint, right? Getting below the three-point line, getting some fouls, getting some layups. So they just got to stick with it, right? Don't panic. It's still the first quarter. Just get a few stops.
Inbound goes to Barbin. Neither team backing down from each other, but the Skyview Bobcats shooting lights out, defense leading to offense. Crimson goes to Sweeten off the bench. He'll kick out Scoop, and there's a big three for the Mustangs.
Great inside out right there for an open three.
Scoop Johnson, U First Credit Union three-point, 14-5 now our score. Minute 37 to go, first quarter. to the corner to Terrell. Outside Hayden Howe. Three-pointer looked like it was going to take a peek down and then pop back out right on line.
Yeah, definitely don't want to give him any open looks.
And if you're Coach Fairborn, you can keep it 7, 8, 9 points here at the end of the first. Trying to chip away at this lead. Maybe the adrenaline calming now for the Mustangs.
Absolutely.
Johnson, beautiful pass, but blocked from the backside by Davis. How about Carter Davis?
He's so long, not to mention athletic, so for him to recover and make that play is pretty impressive.
Leap and lean baseline J for Tanner Davis. That won't go. Jordan Eaton wants to push. Over to Big Sean. Big Sean to the corner. Barbin fouled on a three-pointer, and still Barbin will head to the stripe for 3 free throws.
Yeah, great job pushing the ball up. Even Big Sean catching it. Nolan Stills in the corner. And then Davis maybe wanting another block, but didn't quite get it. Got too much of the arm of Still Barbin.
And Jordan Eaton, the senior, leading that break. Sean Feltz is all of 6'10". He's only a junior. Him and Sweeten, the first players off the bench for Coach Fairborn. Of course, Kendrick Terrell, the first off the bench for Coach Hilliard. He's a senior as well. And now Davis will take a seat, and they'll bring in Cole Hilliard. .46 seconds left. Barbin trying to get to a three. Can't. Sweeten put back short.
And that's what Jace does. He's kind of that garbage man, right, that cleans everything up. He's just got to convert those, but will always work hard and rebound the ball very, very well.
35 seconds to go in the opening quarter. A dominant quarter for the Bobcats.
And expect Coach Fairborn to stay with this zone here. It's done a good job for him.
Block attempt, no. Logandale scores it. That was a quick touch tip in by the real deal Logandale.
Yeah, and he's just sneaking block to block. Sean Feltz or whoever that bottom guy is on that zone has to know where Logandale is.
Scoop Johnson with 8 out top. Now Eaton. No ball screen high yet. Now they got to go with 2. Barbin's got to look at the clock.
Get it off. Didn't get it off.
Still Barbin not sensing where the clock was, and it's 16-6. We played a quarter. Bobcats by 10 on the Wilkinson's House of Lighting scoreboard. Second quarter coming up when we come back to the Spectrum.
Are you looking for better control of your technology? Create an intelligent home technology experience that even Tony Stark would love. Enjoy simple control of the technology in your home with an Elon control system from AIS. Visit AISAV.com to learn more.
Create your own relaxing, comfortable space. Boulevard Home offers the guaranteed best prices on furniture, appliances, mattresses, and more. And buy with no interest financing. Shop Boulevard Home, because home is who we are.
Kent's is your one-stop shop for fresh produce, bakery items, deli, and meat. Stop by today for fast, friendly service.
House of Jump is Southern Utah's only indoor trampoline park and your only place to jump, dunk, and dive. Head on over to our house, the House of Jump.
Devin Dixon, Wade Bronson, the Coach Casey Winters hanging out with you here. 8 minutes on the second quarter clock. Play-by-play brought to you by our friends Jason Baum at Bay Equity Home Loans. Need a loan? BaumLoans.com. Mustang ball. They go inside. Sean Fells. Turnaround jackknife 15-footer. Rattles out no good.
That Sean shot, right? We sometimes you don't expect him to shoot it, but he's proven that he can knock that shot down. Has enough length to get it off just about on anybody.
Mustangs have had some good looks. If they can make those easy ones, they'd be a closer game.
Shot up, no, but a foul called on Jay Sweeten. Kendrick Terrell will go to the line for 2.
I talked with the Crimson Cliff staff yesterday after they beat that Snow Canyon team, and that 1-3-1 zone really paid off for them. It wasn't something that Snow Canyon had seen a lot during region play. Green Canyon used it. The one thing that maybe they didn't realize is Skyview's played Green Canyon twice and seen plenty of that 1-3-1 zone, so they've probably got some sets and some actions to go against it.
Terrell makes the first from the Fabulous Freddy's free throw line. One more coming up. No. Rebound Barbin, 17-6, 13-point advantage for the Bobcats. Coach Fairborn, open hand to a fist, signaling in the play he wants here for his Mustangs. They go to Eaton all the way inside, score with a little kiss off the glass.
And Jordan's got to put his backpack on right now and carry this squad and do exactly what he did right there. Get to a spot, use his strength, use his power, and finish hard at the rim.
Hayden Howell terminates, kicks to the corner, open three in the air, short this time from Terrell. And here comes Scoop Johnson. Hilliard hit the deck. No look pass and off the hands of Barbin. Another Mustang turnover. Having trouble valuing the basketball.
It was a great idea. Just off for just a little bit.
Yeah, the start of the game, a little rough on the turnover side. Settled it down. Definitely don't want to have issues here in the second quarter.
Inside, Rigby traveled. He shuffled the feet while he was doing that ball fake. Didn't he there, Wade?
Yes, he did.
Both teams trying to kind of get their rhythm here early moments of the second quarter. 17-8. Here comes McWillis. Passes to Sweeten. Out top to Scoop. Still plenty of time on the shot clock. 20 seconds for the Mustangs. Scoop has it kicked again. Skyview, that's the third kick we've seen in this game as they are just in the passing lanes.
Yeah, it just shows how active they are. I mean, hands, feet. Those Davis brothers up top are causing some chaos. Looks like number 23, Seth Chambers, is up there as well. Coach Hilliard plays a lot of guys. Surprised.
Yeah, he's got 8 that he goes with, and man, they don't miss a beat, it seems like.
Yeah, notice he's got a lot of seniors, a lot of guys that have played together.
Big Sean finding Eaton left hand. Really good movement and a score for Jordan Eaton, the senior. Lead is down to 7. Skyview going to work on the offensive end.
Yeah, great job settling in here by the Mustangs. Didn't panic, right? Now they're in a pretty good spot.
I agree with Casey on this. This 1-3-1's kind of giving Skyview a little bit of run for their money. Closing up the middle and putting a big guy down there to where they can't get that easy underneath the basket shot.
Foul called. You saw the replay. Looked like a pretty good block up high.
Yeah, it's been a pretty clean game. Only 5 total fouls so far. Both of these teams are very, very physical. Hopefully the refs keep letting them play like this and not getting too happy with the whistle.
First one no good. Second one from the Fabulous Freddy's free throw line. Rattles out. Empty set there for the Bobcats. Rebound controlled by Crimson Cliffs. They were so good at the field house at home this year. And blocking call. Johnson and Logan Deal getting tangled up. Coach Hilliard's got his hands on his head. He can't believe it.
Yeah, that's pretty good defense by Logan Deal there.
The charge block has changed. Inbounds to Eaton. Quick shot won't go. Rebound, Bobcats. Tanner Davis out top. 5:19 to go. Davis all the way to the rack off the window. Too strong. Couldn't find the geometry off the window there. And now here come the Mustangs.
Tell the length of Crimson Cliffs is giving Skyview some fits when they think they have a wide open layup. Then you have someone like Sean Feltz or Phoenix McWillis challenging the shot.
That shot won't go. Davis at the other end whistling a foul. He'll shoot 2. Tempo picking up a little bit here. Guys hitting the floor. The intensity is there.
Yeah, and I think that's a good call. Scoop didn't get quite set. Skyview's been to the free throw line quite a bit here in the first half. Hasn't converted it at a high clip. That's something Coach Hilliard's going to want to change here as this game goes on.
Tanner Davis, the younger of the Davis brothers. He's the junior. Carter Davis, the senior. Talk about a basketball family. These guys have probably been way beating up on each other at Thanksgiving time and in the front driveway. And they both have similar skill sets, but they also have some unique differences between them as I've watched them play over the years. Pressure beaten. That leaves Eaton for an open three, but too strong. But offensive rebound by the Mustangs.
Yeah, not a reset. So hopefully they pay attention to the clock here.
McWillis lines up a three. No. Another offensive rebound. Eaton. And an offensive foul. Charge taken by Logan Dill. Mark that charge by Deal down as maybe a Morgan Defensive Play of the Game nominee.
Yeah, that's just two physical guys going at it right there. Looks like Coach Hilliard's going to want a 30-second timeout here.
We'll take it. Cache Valley Bank brings you our timeouts. Bobcats lead on the Wilkinson scoreboard, 19-10 over Crimson. Back after the 30-second break.
Need an appliance or two? AWP's got you. Check out the remodeled expansive showroom, highlighting the cafe series with colors like matte black, matte white, and modern glass. Make your kitchen stand out. Come see the local boys at AWP across the freeway from the Bloomington Walmart.
Sorry, dude.
Hey, we're back here at the Spectrum. KC Winners. Wade Bronson, your color analyst for the game tonight. Devin Dixon bringing you the action here. And, guys, we've seen Skyview control this game so far.
Yeah, Crimson made a little run there and got it to within 7 after being down by double digits. Here's that cross-screen action again. Yeah, going to be interesting to see if Crimson can settle in and cut into this lead.
Three, no. Bobcats get the loose ball rebound, and Logan Dill putback is good.
And I like the way Logan Dill works. He works hard. He rebounds the ball. He's taking charges. He's scoring in the paint. I really like how hard he plays.
Under 4 minutes to play. 11-point lead for the Bobcats. As always, we'll be looking to hand out some awards like our Hearst Ace Hardware Player of the Game. Turnaround jumper from the free throw line, Eaton, and that's too strong.
And that's his sweet spot. I mean, that's a shot that we've seen him make for years. That one just didn't fall, but that's a good spot for Jordan to be at to score here for the Crimson Cliffs offense.
It just looks like the motion is rushed a tiny bit, Casey, and then passing is beautiful as they break down the defense.
That's, I believe, 6 here for Logan Dill in the second quarter.
Eaton, free throw. And too strong again. Ball knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Houston Johnson.
And Jordan's just frustrated with himself because that's his bread and butter and just hasn't quite found the range here in the first half yet.
Another timeout. This one's a full timeout. So we'll take the 60-second break. 3:08 to go. First half action. Bobcats lead the Mustangs by 13 on the Fan Sports Network, KSLSports.com.
Find your next career at West Liberty Foods. Visit careers.wlfoods.com.
Region 10 Sports is brought to you by Nets on Fire, the premier training and event facility in southern Utah. High-level individual and group training catered to your athlete, plus the best camps, clinics, tournaments, and showcases in the West. Visit netsonfire.org.
Tanglewood Studios has something for everyone, whether it's dance, cheer, color guard, or gymnastics. There's even recreational all-boys gymnastics along with Mamma Mia classes. Family rates are available, so come join the fun.
Hearst Ace Hardware is conveniently located in St. George on the corner of Bluff Street and St. George Boulevard with 30,000 square feet of lawn and garden, paint, tools, fabrics, sporting goods, and the most complete nut and bolt section in town. Hearst General Store, the Big Ace store on Bluff and on Main in Cedar City.
Hey, we're back, everybody. 13-point lead for the Bobcats. Devin Dixon, KC Winners, the coach, Wade Bronson. And we are not capacity, but guys, this is a good crowd on a Friday night for the semifinal game here at the Spectrum.
Yeah, you knew all the Skyview fans are going to be over here. It's close, a little bit of home court action. They probably come watch all these Utah State games, so they're probably really comfortable.
Big Sean a block defensively on Logan Dill. But as so happens with blocks, they usually go out of bounds or you get it right back. Davis, hard drive. Loose ball picked up, scored by Logan Dill. Right place, right time.
There he is.
Really like to see the Mustangs go back to getting to the basket. They've taken a couple outside shots, good shots, but when they went on that little run, they were going towards the hole.
After the Mustangs cut it down to 6, now all of a sudden it's back to the largest lead of the game. It's 15.
And if I'm Crimson still, I'm not hitting the panic button, right? We're running our sets, we're running our offense, we're moving the ball.
Phoenix McWillis has a look at a 3. That won't go. And a great save on that baseline right in front of his coach by Hayden Howe. Ahead to Rigby, drives the wing against Big Sean. Big Sean with another block and another tip. Get that.
Good job by Sean Phelps there. 2 blocks on that possession. That's something he's done all season.
McWillis in trouble over and back, but it wasn't tipped. Davis didn't tip it, the officials deemed.
Yeah, it didn't look like it. So good hustle by both McWillis and Davis, just ran out of real estate.
Skyview's defense has left some open 3s, but that's about it. They've also had some room in the middle of the court, but Crimson's got to be shooting about 22% from the field right now.
With 7 or 8 turnovers, probably.
Howe turns, faces, fires a dagger 3, and down it goes. Hayden Howe. Looking like a young Wade Bronson from beyond the arc.
That's too far for me.
He hit it from the J.C. Carroll three-point line. That's J.C.'s old spot here in the Spectrum.
Wade was trying to rip the rim off the backboard.
Steal by Davis. All the way in, and Tanner Davis is fouled as he goes sliding into the Aggie soft divider that separates the court from the chairs here. Some young fans enjoying that front row action coming right at him. And that foul will go on Houston Johnson. Great shot from our camera crew here. Bear River Live producing. Jessica doing an awesome job. Andy on the camera. Caden on a floor camera. Kate Daly with the interviews. Got the whole crew here. Hope you're enjoying the broadcast coverage. If you're listening on the radio back home and you're heading home for the night, go to KSLSports.com and you can find the action. Right now it's lopsided though, guys.
Yeah, this is trending the wrong way. If you're the Crimson Cliffs Mustangs, you wanted to cut into that lead and hopefully try to get it to single digits by halftime, but Skyview hasn't let that happen yet, and they just keep extending this lead now up to 20 here in the first half. Crimson Cliff only 10 points here in the first half.
Scoop Johnson drives, hard dribble, left hand.
Great take.
And that's just what Wade said, right? Attack the rim, put some pressure on that interior defense.
Seems like all season long Skyview gives up a few points there, and then, man, they sure go on a couple long runs.
Sean Phelps with the steal. The go-go gadget arms, but then a steal by Kendrick Terrell the other way. And now about 6-7 seconds separate game and shot clock. But when you have Logan Dill, you don't need any time because he's wide open and he scores the lay-in.
And already into double digits in the first half here for Logan Dill, pacing the Skyview offense here in the first half.
Eaton on a skip. 20 on the game clock. Shot clock is off. Johnson, back to Scoop Johnson. Now to Eaton, ball fake, spin move, mid-range J. There's Jordan Eaton.
That was a pretty move.
2 seconds, shot good if it goes. Three-pointer from Davis, no. Tanner Davis had a good look there to beat the horn, but it does not fall. 32-14, guys, our halftime score.
Whew. What a first half by Skyview. They definitely came out in this semifinal to show why they're the favorites here in this tournament.
Ladies and gentlemen, may we have your attention,
we'll run down the Rally Stop halftime show. We'll have statistics brought to you by Adams Wealth Advisors, but here's Kate Daly with Coach Hilliard.
Coach, your team started out very strong. How are you going to keep that momentum rolling into the second half?
Just a matter of rebounding. I thought we did a really good job rebounding in the first half. We got to continue to do that. Great effort by us on the rebounds. And then I think that we've been patient offensively, taking what they've given us. we've executed really well our game plan defensively. We just got to continue to press on offense. I felt like we've got the ball to Logan in scoring opportunities, and Hayden and Carter have shot it really well from the outside. Been a good half for us. We got to keep it up.
What can we anticipate in the second half?
Hopefully more of the same.
Well, thank you and good luck. Back to you.
All right, thank you, Kate. Coach Hill, you got to be happy, guys, with that performance in the semis. I mean, that was almost a flawless half of basketball, especially on the defensive end.
Yeah, that 1-3-1 kind of gave them a little hiccup there, but, man, they started penetrating and finding Dill underneath there. He's in the right spot at the right time for easy buckets, and they're making really good passes, playing good team offense.
All right, stick around. Rally Stop halftime show coming up when we come back again on the Wilkinson scoreboard. 32-14. Skyview leading Crimson Cliffs. We'll be right back.
Tanglewood Studios has something for everyone, whether it's dance, cheer, color guard, or gymnastics. There's even recreational all-boys gymnastics along with Mamma Me classes. Family rates are available, so come join the fun. Rudd Funeral Home is there to serve your family in your time of need.
Hey, it's Luke with Udine Associates at American Family Insurance. At Udine Associates, we love insurance so you don't have to. With a quick call, we can get you an instant quote with the right coverages. My team of licensed agents are ready to help you with better insurance from American Family. Give us a call at 435-251-9102.
We know it takes an entire community to make Southern Utah thrive. You will see us on the fields, on the courts, at festivals, and in the schools, and everywhere in between. From Southern Utah's Auto Mall, we help you create memories that bolster joy in our community. It's the reason why we've got it made in Southern Utah and why you've got it made at Stephen Wade.
Asphalt. It's not something we think about much except when it's in bad shape. At Holbrook Asphalt, we help cities, HOAs, and businesses avoid replacing painfully expensive roads and parking lots. To avoid the cost of replacing asphalt, you must effectively preserve it while it's still in good condition. University research has shown Holbrook Asphalt's HA5 slows asphalt aging by 67%. We make your pavement assets last longer, cost less to own, all while achieving higher property values. Visit holbrookasphalt.com to discover more.
Let GBI help you get your project completed on time and on budget. If you're looking for work, join GBI's team for a great work environment, competitive pay, and benefits.
Fabulous Freddy's is the locals' choice for a full-service car wash. It's fast. Have your car washed in just 20 minutes or less. Fabulous Freddy's always keeps it clean inside and out with 2 Southern Utah locations as well as in Vegas, Lehigh, and Sandy.
Miller Medical is ready to care for clients with full services for family medical. They also offer beauty and spa health treatments with hot stone and IV vitamin therapies, as well as Botox. Let Miller Medical take care of all your healthcare needs.
In Utah, we love our sports. At KSL, we live and breathe sports. Wherever the action is.
Look who we found in Pasadena.
We're there. Wherever you are. Tune in. On air, online, and on the new KSL Sports app. We cover it all. From high school to pro. And the only radio team that's home to the Utah Jazz. KSL Sports Live and KSL Sports Zone. The one team that never stops tracking your teams.
Hey, welcome back. Halftime entertainment for the fans in attendance here at the Spectrum. Halftime presented by Rally Stop. Appreciate you joining us on KSLSports.com. UCCU Credit Union. is a big sponsor of KSL Sports. And, of course, welcome into the halftime show to everybody back in St. George on the Fan Sports Network. 32-14, our halftime score. Devin Dixon, Casey Winters, Wade Bronson. And, guys, as you take a look at the Adams Wealth Advisors statistics here, a couple things really jump out. One, 9 assists on 12 field goals for Skyview, Casey.
Yeah, that's the first thing that stood out to me as I looked at the stats. They're shooting 50% from the field, but any time that you can assist on that many scoring plays, you're going to be tough to beat. Also, only 4 turnovers for Skyview compared to 8 for Crimson Cliffs. And Crimson Cliffs, I think you were probably pretty close. They're only shooting 25%, and it looks like they need to stop hesitating, right? Towards the end of that half, I think they're so worried about the turnovers that when they catch the ball, they're not quite sure what to do with it. They need to face up, right? Attack the basket. If help comes, kick it out and be shot ready. But the Mustangs definitely have to do a better job of taking care of the ball and trying to do what Skyview's doing, assist on a few more plays versus trying to do it all on your own.
Yeah, I'll agree with you, Casey, there. The Mustangs looked like they were pushing their shots a little bit, and Skyview was sitting back just a little bit on them. They could take another half a second, get their rhythm going, and they were getting good looks. It wasn't like they were jacking up bad shots. I think it'll start falling here for them in the second half.
How about the real deal, Logan Dill, Wade? I mean, a really efficient first half, 8 of 11 from the field, 16 points, 4 rebounds.
Kid's in the right spot at the right time on both ends of the floor. Offensively, he finds those open spots. He has teammates willing to throw great passes down into him, and he makes those easy ones. And then defensively, he's not afraid to take a charge for his team. It makes a great teammate.
Yeah, and Logan Dill, he does a great job. He's like a little slider down there on the baseline. Just kind of moves back and forth, right, from block to block. And it's hard to keep track of. And then his teammates, I mean, probably almost every single scoring play that he's had, maybe 1 or 2 have come off an offensive rebound, but a lot of those have been assisted by the guards out there on the perimeter for the Bobcats.
We're at the half again, presented by Rally Stop. More statistics here for you, brought to you again by Adams Wealth Advisors. Scoop Johnson, 2 for 3, 5 points. Jordan Eaton, 4 for 10, 8 points. Those two guys scored 13 of the 14, but that's got to be a big concern. Only 14 points on the first half scoreboard for Coach Kent Fairborn. We'll see if we can catch up with him when the Mustangs come back out on the court. On the flip side, 16 for Dill, but then the supporting cast was consistent. 4 for Tanner Davis, 3 for Carter Davis, 6 for Hayden Howe. Brooks Rigby scored a bucket. Terrell hit a free throw. So you had more guys involved. But, again, they were sharing the basketball. Those 9 assists on 12 made field goals just jumped off the page. Rebounding pretty even, 18 to 15. So plus 3 in the differential there. Mustangs trailing Skyview in that department. And yet when Kate Dowley caught up with Coach Hilliard, he was like, we got to rebound, and they're leading in that department.
Yeah, and probably the ones that you're most upset with are the 5 offensive rebounds that Crimson Cliffs has. That's usually a goal for most teams as you talk during halftime and before games. You want to keep those offensive rebounds as low as you can, not because of the easy putbacks, but that's where a lot of teams get those wide open three-pointers, is when someone gets an offensive rebound and then kicks it back out to a wide open teammate.
Again, Skyview shoots 50%, 12 of 24 from the field, 50%, 3 out of 6, so very economical with their three-point shot selection. And then 5 of 8 from the free throw line. On the flip side, just 6 out of 24 for the Mustangs, 25%. Only 1 of 6 from downtown, and only 1 of 3 from the free throw line, and that's why you have a lopsided score here at the break.
Yeah, Skyview is a confident team, so those numbers, that 50%, doesn't surprise me. They move the ball well. They go inside out on those three-pointers. Hal's got a great jumper coming off a screen. They just got a lot of confidence in themselves right now.
All right, let's go to Kate Dowley, who's got our Bucks Ace Hardware coaches' comments with Coach Fairborn.
Coach, Logan Dill has scored 16 points. How are you going to slow him down this half?
I wish he was the only problem for us right now. We got to slow down everybody. We got a lot of stuff to clean up offensively and defensively. Talked a lot of halftime about some of the stuff we got to clean up. We'll see if we can put it together.
And then what else can we see in the second half?
Hopefully we get a little more confidence on offense, move the ball and move our guys. We're just standing, watching, looking intimidated, and we can't have that.
Well, Thanks, Coach, and good luck in the second half. Back to you.
All right, that's Kate Dowley with Coach Fairborn. A lot of things to address in the
Yeah,
locker
couldn't agree more, though. I mean, we talked about that just 1 second ago. They've been a great offensive team all season long, and they have plenty of scoring threats, but they've just got to be willing to make the plays and not be concerned about missing a shot or being concerned about turning the ball over. Just go make plays. And if you do happen to make a mistake, I know Coach Fairborn well enough that he's not going to pull you out of the game. He's not going to get mad at you. He just wants you to play like he knows you can play.
All right, let's take one final 60-second timeout, and then we'll come back with the second half action. We'll see if the Bobcats cruise to the finals or if the Mustangs can get back in this one. You're watching KSLSports.com, Boys 4A State semifinal action, and listening on the Fan Sports Network. Back in 60 seconds.
At IPG, we take pride in being a global leader in protective packaging. IPG Tree Mountain has won the Industry Week magazine's Best Plants Award twice. How can we achieve this? It's our people. With top pay and self-paced promotions, IPG is a place you can get ahead. Excellent benefits like low healthcare premiums, low deductibles, 401k match, and free life insurance. The plant is warm in the winter and air-conditioned in the summer. Uniforms or smocks are not required. Wear what you like. Come join a winning team with all the values you care about. Come work with us at IPG. Stop in anytime or look us up on the web at itape.com.
Utah is growing, and we're growing too. What started on the U of U campus has grown to over 110,000 members with 20 locations, and we're ready to meet even more of you. More than a campus or a branch, we are Utah's teachers, businesses, and families. For over 65 years, we've been part of your community, and while our name is changing, our commitment to you is not. University Credit Union is now You First Credit Union. See why it's getting even better here. Welcome to You First.
Second half about to get underway here from Utah State University. 32-14, our halftime score. Uphill battle for the Mustangs. Skyview's got the majority of fans here making the noise as they're playing in their backyard. We'll see what grit and fight the Mustangs can show here in half number 2. Devin Dixon, Casey Winters, Wade Bronson hanging out with you courtside. And it'll be Skyview basketball into Tanner Davis, and we are underway second half.
Yeah, so the goal right here for the Mustangs is end of the third quarter, let's try to get it to 10. 10 or 12 is manageable. We can't let this thing explode any more than what it is right now.
Shot won't go. Rebound. Lead pass ahead. Barbin off the window. Actually kind of iron in between the window and the iron, and it's no good. Both teams empty on their opening possession.
And we didn't see a ton of Carter Davis in the first half with foul trouble. Definitely one of Skyview's best players was in foul trouble first half, so expect him to make up for that here in the second half.
Davis misses at one end. Barbin now hanging and can't hit at the other end. And now Bobcats get Carter Davis to the middle. And a steal by McWillis. Quick hands by Phoenix. And a steal back by Davis, but he's might have tweaked the ankle there.
Kind of rolled his ankle trying to save that ball. Hopefully he's okay.
Now we got a foul. And Coach Fairborn has got his hands up.
Yeah, that probably should have been an over and back call because Davis caught it, had enough of the possession to throw it into the backcourt. I think Coach Fairborn's right here.
It's an over and back call.
There you go. Good job by the officials to get together and make sure they got the right call.
And you're not seeing much of a complaint from Coach Hilliard there.
Right, Deb.
Yeah.
Crimson's needs to really get something going right here. See if they can get a couple points on the board. Keep getting stops on them.
McWillis, whip pass to Eaton, shot ready, misfires, offensive rebound Johnson. And the Mustangs a chance for a much-needed bucket here to get the lid off to start this third quarter.
Yeah, they've only had three players score, Scoop Johnson, Jordan Eaton, and Skill Barbin. Definitely need to get Phoenix, McWillis, and Houston Johnson involved in the offense here.
Shot from Eaton, no. Good look. That 12-footer is just Eaton now 4 for 11 from the field. Ball deflected out of bounds. It'll stay with the Bobcats.
Hopefully he can keep shooting those. I think if he'll put a couple down, he'll get more confident. They're leaving him open there on that free throw line. He can start knocking those down.
inside to Logan Deal. He had 16 in the first half, had it deflected and stolen away.
And the Mustangs have got 3 or 4 stops in a row, just haven't been able to convert on the offensive end.
Too strong, McWillis, offensive rebound, Johnson, Houston, that shot won't go. Eaton going up high, and they're going to call a foul on the Bobcats. There's Eaton being physical. That's what he brings. Bobcat fans are not going to like that call, though.
Yeah, that's the third. That's the third on Carter Davis.
First team foul.
Earlier today, Skyview breaks the Snow Canyon Lady Warriors' hearts with a buzzer beater. Ridgeline also winning as Drake Carroll hits a 3, much-needed bucket. He came off the bench and put it in the microwave.
Yeah, great out-of-bounds play right there. Just a quick kind of give and go. Drake Carroll ready to shoot. Good spark off the bench. And there's another turnover for the Mustangs. They're doing what they have to on the defensive end.
So again, the girls' final is set. Our updates brought to you by Nets on Fire, building champions on and off the court. Go to netsonfire.org to see all the training packages available, all the tournament schedules, no matter where you are statewide. They've got some great tournaments coming up at Nets on Fire. So Ridgeline versus Skyview, I think it was a 16 or 18 and a 14-point win for Ridgeline. They are undefeated on the season, trying to cap off the perfect season. But the age-old adage, it's tough to beat a team 3 times.
Well, and especially when you have someone like Hannah Radford. Like, if it's a one-possession game, Claire Fisher had a great game. So Skyview's got to be as confident as they've ever been coming into this game. But on the flip side, Ridgeline hasn't had much resistance, and they're flying sky high too right now.
Yeah, in the quarterfinal, Desert Hills was down 7 at the half, but they end up cruising in the second half. And that was a rematch yesterday of last year's state championship. Mustangs, after the turnover, going to work. McWillis, fadeaway jumper too strong, and a good rebound by Rigby.
Yeah, and just trying to do too much on the offensive end. Trust your teammates. We saw it last time, a quick pass back to Drake Carroll for a wide open 3. No need to take contested shots against this Skyview defense.
Over to Howe, he'll hoist a triple, short, rebound McWillis.
Crimson's holding them here. If they can get something going offensively, it could be a different game.
Yeah, Skyview yet to score here the first 3 minutes of the third quarter.
Drake Carroll a 3. He'll pass on a 3, drive, kick to Eaton. Eaton laying, got it. 5-0 run to start the third quarter by the Mustangs.
And that's Drake Carroll, great drive, great minutes off the bench for him already with a bucket and an assist.
Yeah, he's playing smooth, coming in, knocking down that 3, and then driving to the basket.
Up and under move, a good one, but couldn't get the shot to fall. That was Tanner Davis misfiring, so Scoop Johnson, Eurostep, lay-in, too strong. Eaton put back, that won't go, but he is fouled. Jordan Eaton will shoot 2. You see, that's a good look for Davis. And the Scoop wanted to get out and run.
Yeah, and spacing not great, but great move by Scoop there to kind of slide in and get that shot up. Great rebound by Jordan Eaton.
Free throw from the Frank May Ski-Doo free throw line, no good. Appreciate Frank May Ski-Doo, Honeyville, Utah. Go check out. You probably need a snowmobile to get around this winter. It's been a lot of snow.
Jet ski for St. George, snowmobile for Logan, right?
Except I heard we had snow last night in St. George, too.
That's long gone.
Yeah, it melts quick.
How would it be? How would it be?
4:15 here left third quarter. Approaching the halfway mark of the third, 32-20. Lead is at 12. Skyview trying to find a bucket here.
Yeah, +6 for the Mustangs already in the third quarter. Great start. Great first 4 minutes for them.
Man, I'm liking their man-to-man defense. They size up with Skyview, and
everything was good there until the baseline foul, and Hayden Howell head to the line. Trevor Taylor is checked in. Coach Fairborn's playing some different combinations. We saw Sean Phelps. We saw a little Jay Sweeten in the first half. Now we're seeing Drake Carroll and Trevor Taylor for the first time here in the third quarter, just trying to find a spark, I think.
Absolutely, and Drake Carroll's brought it. Trevor's an athletic player, can defend and rebound, and and score when he's given the opportunity. So definitely an opportunity for some of these young sophomores to come in and make an impact here in the semifinals.
Howell splits the free throws. And the first point of the second half out of the hand of Hayden Howell. Pressure defense comes here from Skyview. This gave Crimson some fits in the first half. They trap. Carroll whips it to Scoop. Scoop. Oh, he had the right idea, but Johnson had it stolen away. He had him open, but it was a great anticipation. This Skyview team anticipates the passing lane so well. Inside, the hoop and the harm.
What a finish by Tanner Davis. Great drive and then absorbed the contact. Nice and one right there.
Into the game, number 22.
It was a deflection by Rigby or Deal, and then boom, they go to work offensively. Tanner Davis. Help defense came, takes the bump, scores it off the window. Chance for the old-fashioned three-point play, misfiring. Ricochets off the rim, and the lead is back to 15. 35-20, 3:25 to go, third quarter. Taylor whips it to Carroll. Ball fake, little runner. Bank open for business from 15 feet out. Number 5, Drake Carroll, has a quick 5 in the third quarter.
Yeah, great spark for Coach Fairborn. Has scored, hasn't turned the ball over. Done a really good job here in the third quarter for the Mustangs.
Tanner Davis driving in, and foul comes.
And with the Davis boys, you got to remember, one's left-handed, one's right-handed. They maybe look enough alike that sometimes it's hard to remember who's who. But the last two possessions, Tanner Davis has done a great job driving hard to his right and has got to the free throw line both times.
Free throw up and in. McWillis checks back in. So it's McWillis, Houston Johnson, Sean Phelps, Jordan Eaton, Drake Carroll right now for the Mustangs. Howell on the court. Also Seth Chambers out there. Brooks Rigby, Logan Deal, and Tanner Davis for Coach Hilliard and the Bobcats.
Crimson's got the size on this lineup.
Turn around 15-footer from the baseline. Sean Phelps buries it.
That was a great quick turnaround jump shot.
Yeah, he's hit that one. He's got a nice soft touch for a big guy. And we talked about it in the opening. If Crimson can get this down to double digits by the end of the third quarter, single digits, they're going to be in good shape. And right now they've cut it to 12 a couple times. They just need to get over the hump here.
We've seen Crimson come from behind a number of occasions this year.
Yeah, they're a great second half team.
Drive hard to the basket and whistling a foul. As Davis goes attack mode and earns a trip to the stripe.
He's really keeping Skyview on top right now by driving to the basket.
McWillis charged with his first personal foul.
He split both trips to the free throw line last time. Just had a rough time hitting them both in, kind of in and out on both those. We saw in the last game how important free throws really are. So expect Coach Hilliard to encourage his guys to step up and knock them down. They're doing a great job getting to the free throw line. Just got to knock them down.
And second one rattles and drops through the net. Coming up, we'll name our Hearst Day Software Player of the Game. We'll name one for each team in our Johnson Pediatric post-game show. Just a reminder, coming up next, one more game here in the semifinals, Layton Christian and the Dixie Flyers. That'll be the nightcap. Three-pointer.
Oh, man.
And a tip in good. Who got it? Was it McWillis or Johnson?
Yeah, I thought it was McWillis. We might take a little replay on that. I'm not sure if it was. No, they gave it to Houston.
Take a look here. See if we can tell. And now driving Davis scores it. He's taking over a little bit.
Yeah, he is. They got to step up and stop him. That weak side's got to step over and help out.
Already 10 points in the game. 6 of those 10 coming here in the third quarter. Still 1:28 left in the third. McWillis spins, drives, mid-range J, short, rebound, Hayden Howell.
And that was Houston's first bucket. We saw him come on strong in the second half, especially in the fourth quarter yesterday against Snow Canyon. Hopefully that bucket gets him going and he can have a good end of the third, fourth quarter for the Mustangs.
Chambers, that won't go from outside. Rebound Phelps, outlet to Johnson. Johnson crosses over, gets to the rack. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Hayden Howe. Looked like he wasn't sure if he wanted to block it or take a charge there, and it ends up just knocking it out of bounds. Athletic move by Houston Johnson. I think that's a good no call. Into Sean. And a whistle on a foul. Got him on the elbow. Foul will go on Logan Dill. Sean Phelps to the line.
Is that Dill's second or third?
Second.
Third team foul. Sean Phelps shoots 2 shots.
Sean Phelps, the junior, also played on the state championship Crimson Cliffs golf team where his dad, Cody Phelps, is the head coach. His older brother plays golf at Utah Tech, in fact. He's got to have long clubs, doesn't he?
Yeah. Missed the first one. Let's see if he can connect here on the second one. Left it short. Great job by Houston Johnson tracking down that rebound, though.
Johnson all the way in, and he is fouled.
Mustangs doing a great job on the offensive glass, especially on the free throw line. As long as they can keep converting, scoring with the clock stopped, they're going to have a chance to make a run at this in the fourth quarter.
Johnson, free throw good. Phelps missing 2. He's actually a 74% free throw shooter. Houston Johnson makes his. He's only a 53% free throw shooter this season. He makes the second one as well from the Fabulous Freddy's free throw line.
And it's an 11-point game.
Cross-court skip. Kendrick Terrell. Traveled the feed. 47 seconds.
Crimson keeps getting turnovers and getting stops. Now they've just got to convert. They're just chipping away slowly at it. They're doing a good job.
Yeah, Wade mentioned it earlier. Skyview usually does a great job of just jumping out on teams, and then teams have a chance to get back in it, and we're seeing that play out right here in the third quarter.
Big Sean, that shot won't go. Ball knocked out of bounds. Last touch by the Bobcats. So Crimson will have new life here as Scoop Johnson sets to trigger it in underneath their own basket.
Yeah, I guarantee one thing Coach Hilliard is going to talk about at halftime is rebounding. You can see the Bobcat assistant stepping up almost every time, stands up, and he's boxing out better than most of the players over there on the sideline.
Well, that's what he said at the break. You're absolutely right. And yet they were up +3 at the break. But they're getting beat in the boards in the second half, aren't they? Eaton winding down third quarter. The shot clock is off. 23 seconds to go. Lead is 11. Casey Winters, Wade Bronson, Devin Dixon, Scoop Johnson just winding the clock down. Will probably go now. 6 seconds. And it's going away by Davis. Ball's loose, though. Into the backcourt. And that'll do it for the third. Bobcats couldn't get a shot, but neither could Crimson. Defensive battle.
Yeah, and here we go. I mean, not quite to single digits for the Mustangs. It's an 11-point lead for the Bobcats. It's going to be an entertaining fourth quarter here.
The 1 seed, Skyview, 39. The 5 seed, Mustangs, 28 on the Wilkinson scoreboard. Fourth quarter coming up when we return on KSLSports.com and the Fan Sports Network.
This cheesesteak is so freshly grilled, you can still hear it sizzling.
I can hear it too.
Me too.
Actually, it's the
Cheesesteak?
grill.
Grilled right in front of you. It's a Jersey Mike's thing.
Region 10 Sports is brought to you by Nets on Fire, the premier training and event facility in Southern Utah. High-level individual and group training catered to your athlete, plus the best camps, clinics, tournaments, and showcases in the West. Visit netsonfire.org.
If you want your athlete to be ready for the state level, they need to start with high hoops. Let Wade Bronson, a state basketball champion, use his coaching and expertise to get your athlete on the top of their game. Call to find out how you can join a team or play in their annual 3v3 showcase.
You saw there for our viewers on KSLSports.com, Nets on Fire, one of our great sponsors, and in High Hoops. And Casey Wade, you guys obviously have an integral role in both of those programs.
Yeah, and I think if you look at both these programs, a lot of these kids have played a lot of basketball
Scoop Johnson hits a U First Credit Union three-pointer.
And here we go, Deb. Eight-point game.
Davis crosses over on McWillis. Kick out to Carter Davis. Back to Tanner. Tanner, triple threat position, waiting for the screen. Here it comes. Doesn't use it. Goes the other way, all the way to the rim. Missed it. Tip in is going to be waved off. We're going to say goaltending. Ball was on the cylinder.
I don't think so. I think that one would come off. We're going to have to check the replay here.
Take a look here towards the end of the play.
I thought he had waited just long enough. Oh, that might have been in the cylinder. That's a close call.
They've got to figure out a way to stop Tanner Davis. He gets to the hole a lot that third quarter. Length right there.
And Carter Davis bumped and fouled. He'll shoot two. There's the thievery from this Bobcat team as they applied the pressure.
Those two Davis boys, they're long, athletic, and man, they just anticipate that pass and they can go get it.
And this is the last thing you can do if you're Crimson is turn the ball over right now. You have to take care of the ball. You can't let these guys get to the free throw line or get layups off of turnovers.
Free throw good by Carter Davis.
Just his fourth point of the game. Mustangs have done a good job on him. Now he has 5.
Yeah, I mean,
here comes the pressure.
And here comes the pressure.
And timeout. Scoop Johnson wants a timeout. They were trapped. He was in no man's land.
Just a 30.
30. We'll keep it right here. Timeouts all season long, brought to you by Cache Valley Bank.
They sat back a little bit there through the first 3 quarters on this press, and then, man, they really jumped it right there, threw them off guard.
Yeah, maybe that's something they're going to try to do on the free throw line. I think where their offense has stalled a little bit in the half court, Coach Hilliard's going to try to open it up a little bit, maybe get some pressure, turn the ball over, kind of end the game how they started the game with a lot of pressure, a lot of easy buckets off those turnovers.
With Carter Davis in foul trouble, he didn't contribute a whole lot for those first 3 quarters, and one of his things is being out there on top of that press. He's good, and let's see if they can make a little run.
41-31. Again, we'll be naming a Jersey Mike's sub of the game. Shot by a Utah Jersey Mike's, a sub above the rest. Get it Mike's way. That sounds good about right now.
Yes, it does.
7:15 to go. Crimson inbounding. They go to Scoop, back to Jordan Eaton. Over to McWillis, into the front court, weaving to the middle of the floor. One-handed leaner off 1 foot, and that's short off the rim, no good.
That's a tough shot right there.
Great crowd tonight at the Spectrum for this boys 4A semifinal. Lob to the corner. Carter Davis will hoist, short.
The one person we haven't mentioned a lot here in the second half is Logan Dill. Killed the Mustangs in the first half. Hasn't had a bucket here in the second half. Expect that to be a focus of the Bobcats here to finish the last 6.5 minutes.
You know, that's one of the reasons Skyview has been so dominant this year is they play so well as a team that if you step up and try and stop one, you've got another player stepping up and hitting shots and doing the correct thing. So they're a good team effort.
And Carter Davis just picked up his 4th foul, I believe. 3rd or 4th. He didn't think it was on him.
Inbounds, blocked shot. And he stepped out of bounds, scooped on that block, grabbed it. And an empty possession for the Mustangs. And Drake Carroll coming back into this game as Coach Fairborn looking for some offense. 10-point lead for Skyview. This is our Bose Auto Parts crucial part of the game for Crimson fans out there watching or listening.
Absolutely.
And a travel call, and Crimson has the possession right back.
I think both teams just need to take a deep breath right now. Both teams are a little out of sorts, complaining a little bit too much to the officials. Just settle down and play your game. Don't worry about the things you can't control.
Refs are doing a really good job of letting these kids play. This has been a good physical game, but keeping it under control.
In that zone, they go to the high post. To Johnson. Johnson, turnaround jumper, short, rebound, batted around. Back to Johnson. Johnson Goes right to the rim, and a block call as Sean Phelps hammer dunks it, but the foul came first.
And if I'm Logan Dill, he tries to take 2 charges here. First one, probably more of a flop, gets back up. This second one, that's a tough call.
Moving into him.
Yeah, probably.
A little bit, but that's the hardest call to make, I think, for these officials.
But the foul is still better than a dunk, right? I mean, that dunk, we've seen that several times this year from Sean Phelps, where he gets a dunk and it changes the energy and the momentum for the Mustangs.
Into Sean. Sean harassed, turnaround jumper short.
Plus, Coach Fairborn, I'd go at Dill, try to get him out of the game here. He's got 3 fouls. See what you could do to just keep penetrating that middle.
Yeah, I agree.
41-31. Neither team has scored in quite some time. We're down to under 6 minutes to play in this game. Howe, kick out, Dill.
Yeah, only 9 points for the Bobcats in the entire second half. The defense for the Mustangs has been phenomenal.
And a block shot. Outlet to Sean Phelps. Phelps kicks back out. Good job by Sean, under control, not to lose the handle there. Now the Mustangs can try to inch closer. Whip pass to Eaton. Eaton scores it off the window as Hal tried to kind of pull the chair out from under him and sell that charge again.
Yeah, if I'm Skyview, stay on your feet, right? Just play defense, stay between the offensive guy and the basket, and don't give him an easy look just because you're trying to sell a charge.
Yeah, he was in perfect position.
Hayden Howell, here comes a ball screen.
Crimson get a stop here and go down and score again.
Smooth little jumper, and down it goes. Hayden Howell when you needed a bucket. He comes through from the elbow. Timeout by Coach Hilliard. Full timeout, we'll take it. 43-33. Bobcats trying to punch their ticket to the finals. 4:44 left when we return to the Spectrum.
At UCCU, we'll provide you with a low-rate line of credit that makes it easy to access the equity in your home with no fees or closing costs. Just complete an application on your phone or computer, or stop by any branch.
Adams Wealth Advisory is a financial planning firm that is combined with an investment firm to provide the best possible outcomes for our clients.
I always believe if you're intentional with your financial plan, things are going to work out really well for you.
Visit AdamsWealthAdvisors.com or call 752-1702 to schedule a time with an advisor today.
For all your embroidery and screen printing needs, whether for business or just for fun, stop by Cover Up in Tremont or Brigham. At Cover Up, yeah, we can do that.
We are Utah's financial outfitter, and we're here when it's time for your business to climb higher. Cache Valley Bank, mountains await. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
John, yeah.
Hey, we're back, everybody. 10-point lead. 10-point lead, 43-33. Devin Dixon, Casey Winters, Wade Bronson. Crunch time, boys.
Yeah, Crimson Cliff's done a great job in the second half. They were down 18 at halftime. They've cut it to 10. Running out of time here, though. They've got to make a huge push right now to cut into this Skyview lead. Skyview just got to do a good job playing defense, take care of the ball, make some free throws to punch their ticket to the final tomorrow night.
Out top, Scoop Johnson. 17 on the shot clock. Now to HJ. Back to Scoop. Houston now drives the lane. Hook pass to Sean. 15-foot on the baseline. Got it, Sean Phelps.
Great pass by Houston. Good shot by Big Sean.
2 buckets, 4 points for Phelps off the bench tonight. Lead is down to 8.
The second half, Crimson has played very good defense. Kind of thrown Skyview for a loop.
Yeah, they've been a great second half team all year, especially on the defensive end. They get after it and make it difficult for teams to get into their sets. They got length, they got physical players. Good combination if you want to be a good defensive team.
3 by Chambers, short. Had to hoist it, though, shot clock violation as the ball was batted around and not secured by anybody before the buzzer went off. And it'll be Mustang basketball. And this is a chance to cut it down to 5 or 6 here, and that's as close to the Mustangs have been since the early part of the first quarter.
Yeah, and like I said, the tides kind of changed a little bit here in the second half.
Crossed half court against that trap zone pressure. Jordan Eaton going to take a three, and he missed it. And a nice rebound by Tanner Davis.
I thought that one was good. A little in and out there. Good look for Jordan.
Crimson's looking a little more confident.
And Logan Deal on a beautiful find scores it up and in.
There he is for his 18th point.
Only 2 in the second. That was the first points of the second half. He had 16 at the break. Right on cue when the Bobcats need a bucket. The real deal, Logan Deal, coming through. Scoop Johnson's going to take a straightaway three. No. Drake Carroll rebound. And Drake Carroll is fouled. Was it in the act of shooting?
Number 40,
I think so. On the offensive rebound. Drake's been a bright spot for the Mustangs. I think one thing Crimson has to do here with only 2:48 left is they have to get into their offense a little sooner. It's taken way too long for things to develop. They've got to penetrate, kick, three-pointers, dump it down to a big guy that's maybe just waiting on the opposite side of the paint.
Carroll hits the first from the Fabulous Freddy's free throw line.
That's 6 for Drake.
He's very impressive coming in off the bench like that.
Yeah, just
big offensive board.
Just a sophomore. And missed the second, and Johnson deflects it out of bounds. So Bobcat basketball, 2:47 to play, 9-point lead for the overall number 1 seed.
Here, Mustangs are going to come with the full court pressure.
And Johnson gets tripped up. And Carter Davis launches a three from the corner that won't go. And now we got a foul on Jordan Eaton.
Yeah, that's just emotional foul right there.
And I don't think Coach Hilliard's happy with Carter Davis taking that quick of a shot in the corner.
Well, if he's wide open, sure is. A contested three. Yeah, definitely time and score here is something that he's preaching.
Almost a steal by Johnson, but then Johnson with a reach in. Rigby put on a little reverse, but after the whistle. Again, into our Bose Auto Parts crucial part of the game. If you need that crucial part, stop by Bose Auto Parts. Locations all over Utah. Carter Davis, quiet scoring night tonight. And free throw good. That's a big one. Puts the lead back at double digits. McWillis checking in. Sean Phelps checking out.
And it's go time for the Mustangs. They've got to go. They've got to stick with that full court pressure. Get some turnovers. Don't let the Bobcats get to the free throw line. They've got to score quick.
Second free throw good. Carter Davis. Pressure comes. They get it to the middle to Scoop. Dribble across half court. Weave his way down the lane. Drives the baseline. Wrap around bounce pass. Carroll off the window. Got it. How about Drake Carroll?
Number 5, Drake Carroll. The pass from Luke Johnson.
And Scoop with a dime. 47-38. 2 minutes exactly to go. Deal fouled hard going to the rim.
Mustang foul.
He'll shoot 2.
Way Skyvy's been shooting free throws. Might not be a bad idea, but I imagine he'll step up here and hit both of them.
Brooks Rigby.
Bobcats. Tanner Davis has 10. Hayden Howe has 9. And Logan Deal has been the leading scorer. Excuse me, that was Brooks Rigby that got fouled, so he's at the stripe. First one, no good. Crimson Cliffs, you look at the Adams Wealth Advisor statistics. Now have an office in St. George as well as here in Cache Valley. Jordan Eaton leading the way with 13. Scoop Johnson has 8. Drake Carroll has 7. And it's a 10-point lead again.
Yeah, you got to go. You got to go. You got a minute 45.
That last bucket by Carroll, he must have clipped Dill. Dill's bleeding from his eyelid.
And a mid-range jumper is good by Houston Johnson.
Surprised the refs haven't stopped it yet.
Yeah, it's dripping down there.
And ball lost out of bounds, and it'll be Mustang basketball. Tanner Davis had it go out of bounds, and Skyview fans can't believe that it wasn't stripped out and last touched by the Mustangs. Lead is 8, 1:25 to go. You almost feel like you need a quick 2, or even better, a 3. And now a reach-in foul, and Houston Johnson
go to the free throw line for 1-on-1.
Right, into the bonus.
Number 33, Hayden Howell, his first.
And Dill, you can still see, we can see the blood coming down Logan Dill's face right now. I'm surprised even Coach Fairborn, or one of the players mentioning something to get him out. It looks like the refs are maybe looking at it now, but there you go.
I think it's from up on top of his eyelid, just right underneath his eyebrow.
Yeah.
He definitely doesn't want to come out in this moment.
They might try to handle it during these free throws right here.
He does not want to leave this game. They got to get the bleeding to stop.
Yeah. And I actually think there's a new rule where you can't do it on the side. Like a player has to come out, or you have to take a timeout. So he
This is our Miller medical moment here. Brought to you by Todd Miller, MD, Tremont. Thank you, Miller Medical. And now Coach Hilliard's smart. Going to take the timeout, give him some extra time here. Everybody can kind of catch their breath with 1:20 left in this game. We thought it would be played in a defensive war. We started the pregame with talking about, hey, this one might be played in the low 50s. I didn't think this one's getting to the 60s. It kind of went to script.
Yeah, and if you're Crimson, all you can do is think back to the beginning. If we would have had a better start and we weren't playing uphill the entire game, maybe we get a different outcome. But down 18 at halftime, and then it's kind of hung around this 11, 10, 9, 8-point range for most of the second half. They've done their best to cut it in, but every time they do, Skyview comes up with a big bucket or a free throw or something that keeps it within distance.
That's Skyview for you. I feel like they get up big and then they let them come back just a little bit. Man, they know how to stay on top and stay poised and keep on going.
It looks like the trainer over there for Skyview works some magic over there on Logan Dill. Maybe he's a cut man on the weekends, but Logan Dill is in the game.
Houston Johnson will head to the free throw line. Final moments here. State tournament action brought to you by Boulevard Home Furnishings, and a huge miss on the front end. Rebound to Skyview. Skyview fans wanting a foul there. Didn't get it. Davis keeps the dribble going, guarded by Eaton out top.
And you might want to foul if you're Crimson. You can't let this clock wind down. You've got to be aggressive. Try to get a steal. Foul while you're trying to get a steal.
Behind the back dribble.
Good.
And finally a foul by Drake Carroll. 57 seconds to go. And you let some time slip before you foul.
Yeah, but you can't play out the entire clock there. You got to foul early and just hope they miss some free throws this last minute of the game.
Yeah, try to go for a steal, get up into them.
Tanner Davis will head to the free throw line. True 1-and-1 here. Got the first, earns the second.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but Tanner's kept them in this second half. He's been the go-to guy, driving, dishing, getting to the foul line.
Yeah, he has 7 of their 17 points, 8 of their 17 points here in the second half.
Second one goes through the net. 55 seconds of ticking. Eaton dribbles across half court. Right down the lane. Spin move. Lay-in. Got it. Jordan Eaton, and a quick timeout by Coach Fairborn.
Man, that was pretty.
Full timeout. We're going to take one final break. Come back for the finish. 50-42 on the Wilkinson's House of Lighting scoreboard. Skyview leads Crimson.
Think of Greer's Hardware for all your spring cleaning needs. Whether your project is inside or outside, they have you covered.
We are Utah's financial outfitter, and we're here when it's time for your business to climb higher. Cache Valley Bank, mountains await. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Stop by Twisted Sugar and pick your favorite gourmet cookies. There's 18 flavors available each week, as well as cookies of the month. You can even get a specialty order of mini cookies for your favorite team or something sweet for that special person in your life. Be a smart cookie and get that sweet at Twisted Sugar.
In Utah, we love our sports. At KSL, we live and breathe sports. Wherever the action is.
Look who we found in Pasadena.
We're there. Wherever you are. Tune in. On air, online, and on the new KSL Sports app. We cover it all. From high school to...
Back live here, lead pass ahead, and it's Rigby. Rigby going to be fouled, so you don't throw it in the backcourt. You throw it all the way down, and you get to the line.
I think if you're going to foul anybody, that's a good foul. That's a good foul. Rigby just missed a couple of the free throw line, or was split them, went 1 for 2.
Yeah, he is a 62% free throw shooter this season. First one, no good. Lead stays at 8, 46 seconds to go. Second one in the air, and that's good. Just a reminder, coming up next, right here on KSLSports.com, the Fan Sports Network, Dixie Layton Christian. Winner of this game will play the winner of that game tomorrow night for all the marbles, and Skyview can smell it right now.
They can, yeah. They're high-fiving, chest bumping. I think that one sealed the deal there, headed to the free throw line. Valiant effort by the Mustangs, especially here in the second half, but unfortunately, the hole was just a little too deep for them to climb out of here in the second half.
Yeah, much better second half performance, but you said it earlier, worth noting, down 18 at the half. That's a big hole to dig yourself out of.
No. Yes, it is. Their defense the second half, they could have done that all game. It would have been a different score right now.
Good job. Houston Johnson fouls out of the game. Senior going to play his last game here in the Spectrum. Was huge for the Crimson Cliffs program. Academic All-State.
That's huge.
Great kid in the classroom. Great character kid, high character kid. Not a better kid you'd want to have in your program.
Been fun to call his games. But it's Skyview that looks like they're going to march on. 30 seconds to go. McWillis, 3, no good.
Oh. What a rebound there by Tanner Davis. Here they go. Got Logan Dill trying to pump up the Bobcat crowd over here. He's feeling it. He's heading to a state playoff championship in his senior year. This is something this Skyview team has worked for. Something they, if you remember that game last year against Snow Canyon, that was one of the craziest games I've ever seen in the Burns Arena. We had a couple turnovers. We had technical fouls. We had everything. And Skyview came up on the short end of that one last year. So I'm sure.
And even 2 years ago, the Desert Hills game where there was the hit below the belt, the retaliation, the half suspension.
Yeah, and so I guarantee for Skyview, this is something that they've been waiting for over a year now.
Yeah, their fans are ready to explode. 20 seconds. Eaton, 3. Won't go. Logan Dill, the rebound and the foul. Skyview on a mission.
Yeah, and you can tell you got Jordan Eaton. Had a great game tonight, had 15 points. Rough game for Phoenix McWillis, being a senior. Wasn't able to get in the scoring column. He had such a great game yesterday, but really, really struggled today. And I think that's just a testament to the defense of this Skyview team. But definitely not the way that, Houston, Jordan, and Phoenix envisioned this game going today.
Another free throw from Fab Freddy's free throw line. Dill now has 19. Looking for 20.
Still squinting that left eye. I think he shot that one with just one eye out.
57-42. Skyview's going to advance to the 4A state championship game. A block by Davis. No call. That'll do it. Davis smiling, holding the ball. Gives it to the official. It's over. Bobcats playing for all the marbles tomorrow night.
Great effort by Skyview. Had that little roll in the third quarter, but came out strong in the fourth quarter. Did exactly what they had to punch their ticket to the final. Great season for the Crimson Cliffs Mustangs. Made some history, but unfortunately the road ends here in the semifinals.
Great career for some of the Mustangs, like you mentioned, Phoenix McWillis, Jordan Eaton, and these seniors. They'll still have a lot of talent coming back next year, but they'll miss a Houston Johnson. But you look at that junior class with Sweeten and Sean Feltz. You got Drake Carroll, just a sophomore. Other young players on this team. They'll reload and be back, but congratulations to Skyview. They win it on the Wilkinson scoreboard, 57-42. We'll take a quick. No, we'll stay right here. We've got Logan Dill, who's standing by with our Kate Dowley.
Congratulations, you just punched the ticket to the championship. How do you feel?
It feels great, you know. We've been dreaming about this since we were kids. Now we just got to take advantage of it tomorrow. It's exciting, but refocus now. We got to refocus for tomorrow.
It seemed like the game was very physical. You even got some battle wounds. How are you feeling?
My eye hurts. It's bleeding, but I feel great, you know. It's just all coming together now, you know. Excited to go tomorrow. Physical game, gotta reset, you know.
And then can you sign us off with the gritty? Oh yeah, back to you guys.
Yeah, Logan Dill with the gritty.
You might want to work on that a little bit.
And then high-fiving the crowd. He was incredible. He had a game-high 20. Tanner Davis chipped in 16 in the win for the Bobcats. Jordan Eaton had 15. Bobcats shoot it 43% in the game. They hold Crimson to 32% from the field. And they're moving on to the state championship. We'll take a quick timeout. Let's make it a 60-second timeout. Actually, let's make it a 30-second timeout. And we'll come back with our Johnson Pediatric Dentistry postgame show.
Miller Medical is ready to care for clients with full services for family medical. They also offer beauty and spa health treatments with hot stone and IV vitamin therapies, as well as Botox. Let Miller Medical take care of all your healthcare needs.
When it comes to your child's teeth, Dr. Cody and his experienced staff at Johnson Pediatric Dentistry are game changers. So when it comes to checkups, a toothache, or any problem with your kid's teeth, call experienced veteran Dr. Cody Johnson at Johnson Pediatric Dentistry, 628-0511.
Hey, welcome back. Quick Johnson Pediatric Dentistry post-game show. Devin Dixon, Casey Winters, Wade Bronson with you here, the entire team, KSLSports.com, Fan Sports Network. Not done yet. One more game coming up, and they only put about 12 minutes between the games, so we don't have a lot of time before we got to turn it around for the nightcap tonight. Dixie and Layton Christian coming up next. But, Casey, when you look at the Adams Wealth Advisors, what stands out as we hand out some awards in this one?
Well, I think if you're Skyview, their ability to get to the free throw line in the second half and make free throws. I mean, that was probably their main source of scoring. Obviously, Logan Dill, 9 for 13 from the field, 5 rebounds. Great game for him. Tanner Davis, not great from the field, only 2 for 8, but 12 for 15 from the free throw line. He did a great job getting to the free throw line. So solid effort right there by the Skyview Bobcats. And if I'm looking at what Crimson Cliffs did, you know, they outscored the Bobcats in the third quarter, did a great job defensively, just unfortunately couldn't get it going offensively, which has always been tough to do against Skyview because of that stingy defense they had. But Crimson did a better job in the second half, cleaning up the turnovers, but just struggled offensively from the free throw line, from the field, couldn't get it going from the three-point line, and unfortunately just ran out of time as they were making that push in the second half.
All right, let's hand out some awards. Casey, your Hearst Day Software Players of the Game.
I think it's got to be Logan Dill for the Skyview Bobcats. Did a great job, especially in the first half, kind of leading the charge. And then if I'm looking at Crimson Cliffs, you know, Jordan Eaton had a great game. You know, it took him a minute to get going, but ended up with 15 points and 7 rebounds in his final game as a Crimson Cliff Mustang.
All right, your Appliance Wholesalers Plus Playmaker Play of the Game. What was the big one there down the stretch for the Bobcats when Crimson was making that run, got it down to 8?
I think it just had to be one of those moments where they were a little stagnant offensively, and it was kind of in that 7-8 point range. I think there was a nice drive by Tanner Davis, and he dished it off to Logan Dill, and it just allowed them to push it back up to 9-10 points, and it kind of stopped that charge that the Mustangs were making.
All right, you're applying Wholesalers plus playmaker play of the game. Davis to Dill. Got it back to double digits there with about 1:40 on the clock. Appreciate the boys that sell GE, Samsung across the freeway from the Bloomington Walmart Appliance Wholesalers Plus. Jersey Mike sub of the game. Drake Carroll?
I think Drake Carroll. Drake did a fantastic job. He's had spots this year where he's come in and done a great job. But, within the first 10 seconds of him being in the game, he hits the three, did some really good things offensively, shared the ball well, had some assists. Future's bright for Drake Carroll here in the Crimson Cliffs program.
All right, that is a quick Johnson Pediatric Dentistry post-game show. Hope you enjoyed it. Invite you to stick around. We'll take a quick break on radio and the live stream. Come back with the Flyers of Dixie High and the Eagles of Layton Christian. Winner will play Skyview tomorrow night for all the marbles in the 4A State Championship.